Hey, I'm Chris, and I wanted to start by telling you a story, and I know it's going to date me a little bit, but I'm willing to take the risk. One of my favorite moments growing up as a kid was when my family would have movie nights. We'd all pile into the car and go drive to the video store. Here's where it dates me. When we got to the video store, there weren't DVDs lined up on the wall or digital download cards. Streaming wasn't even a thing. Instead, when you rented a movie, you went and you got this black rectangular thing that was a VCR cassette or a VCR tape, right? And so we'd be all excited, we'd come home, my dad would pop popcorn on the stove, and the rest of us would all kind of find our comfortable spot, and we'd have our popcorn on our lap. My sister and I would race to see who got to turn off the lights, and we'd pop the VCR tape in and get ready to watch our movie. Now, every once in a while when we popped it in, we're sitting in the dark ready to watch our movie, the first thing that would come on were the closing credits. Now, when that happened, that meant the person that had it before us didn't rewind the video before they took it back to the store. So that meant we had to go turn the light back on, hit the rewind button, wait for it to rewind, then turn the light back off, and then get some popcorn, which was now a little colder. And man, there was something about it. I can remember on those cassettes though, when you looked at them, no matter where you rented from, it always had a sticker that said, "Be kind, rewind." And it was your little reminder to stop and rewind the cassette so that the next person didn't have to turn the light back on and rewind it and then have some cold popcorn. I've been thinking a lot about that sticker, that "Be kind, rewind" these past 6 months. Because it's been a heavy 6 months, hasn't it? And we've had COVID that sent a lot of us indoors and essential workers out into craziness. We watched sports disappear and schools try to figure out how to educate and care for kids when they weren't in the building. We watched business owners, both large and small, try to figure out how to stay open and how to support their employees. We had murder hornets. Do you remember that in the news? I don't even know what happened to murder hornets, but I'm glad they're not attacking me when I take the trash out to the curb. We've watched violence in just crazy forms and everybody taking side to figure out who's right and who's wrong. We've watched race and equality be brought to the forefront of our attention because there's still struggles and we're learning that we can't fix it overnight. We've seen all kinds of other things that have happened. We've watched storms happen, right? We just had a hurricane go through that didn't just destroy property, but it's hurting people's lives. We're sitting in an election cycle where it seems like all it's doing is causing more division instead of getting us at a common table to have a conversation of how do we make this better. And those are just the big events on TV. Think about your own personal ups and downs that have happened this past 6 months that you're carrying as well. You see, that's why I kept going back to that "Be kind, rewind" sticker. Man, when the movie was over and we'd get up and we'd hit that rewind button, it was just a simple, small act of kindness that we could do for somebody else we didn't even know. A simple, small act of kindness. I don't know about you, but man, I wish there was just more little acts of kindness going on in my life, in our community, and around our world. I could use a few more stories of kindness interrupting the news when I sit down with my family in the evening. I would love to be in the grocery store and to hear somebody say, "You're not going to believe what happened to me today," and it's not about a Facebook rant, but instead the shock that somebody they didn't even know bought their lunch. I could use a few more stories of a stranger stopping to help another stranger, and they become friends in the process. Right, that little sticker, "Be kind, rewind." It's such a simple thing to go and to just hit the rewind button at the end of the movie. Be kind, rewind. It's just these small, simple acts of kindness that we can do and share with others. You know, when I hit that rewind button, I didn't do it because I was giving the movie to my friend next and I was afraid he was going to be mad if I didn't have it rewound. I didn't know who was picking up the movie next. Sometimes our simple acts of kindness, man, they're the best when we can shock somebody we don't even know with an act of kindness. And one other thing, I know, I'm talking about an old VCR tape and a sticker that's on it. It's not like I'm talking about some big, huge event for thousands of us that brings kindness across the world. But let me kind of let you in on a little secret. Sometimes it's the small, simple acts of kindness that are the exact thing that can change somebody's day or their life. Now, I think it'd be great if we all walked around with Be Kind, Rewind stickers to remind ourselves, but I just don't know that everybody else would understand why we had the stickers on. So instead, I want to ask you to do this. Can you join me in trying to do one simple thing? Committing to do one small act of kindness every day. Can you imagine what our neighborhoods, what our communities, what the world would look like if we all joined in together to decide to do one act of kindness every single day? Together, we can make this world a little brighter and a little better and a little more kind. And so thanks for listening, and be kind.